Let me just close up since it's getting late in the day and you're probably getting bored of hearing me answer all these questions. But I just wanted to say that, I'm really, really proud to be the senator for this state because you've given me an opportunity to serve. You've given me an opportunity to serve this great nation as we strive to really develop the best possibilities that we can for all of humanity across our nation and across this globe. I sometimes think back to my own upbringing and the circumstance that I grew up in. I think back to the fact that my grandfather and my grandmother lost 5 of their 8 children before they reached the age of 5 years old. And I think to the stories that were told by my grandmother as I sat on her lap about the death of her children in her arms and the pain that must have severed her heart and her mind. I think about the struggle of my father and my mother out on that ranch outside of Manassas, Colorado, where we didn't have telephone and we didn't have electricity. And probably for most members of the Department of Social Services who would go out and pay an occasional visit, they would look at that family of 8 kids and they would say they're not going anywhere because 1, the only language that they speak at home is Spanish. 2, they're poor as church mice. 3, they're so far removed from the world. And yet somehow these parents and grandparents of mine taught me and taught my siblings that anything was possible. For sure, in those days of their time, they could not have imagined in their own mind that someday all 8 of their children would graduate from high school and even graduate from college. And for sure, they could not have foreseen that someday I would be standing on the blue carpet of the U.S. Senate as a U.S. Senator, and then my brother John would be representing this magnificent 3rd Congressional District. But they had this faith. They had this faith in the future of our world and the future of America, that somehow the best days of America were still ahead, that they had a covenant that said, we will do everything we can to make sure that our children and our grandchildren have a better and a less difficult life than we have had. And so when I look at what that generation did for us, how they stood up this nation through the Great Depression, how they stood up the world through World War II and what they did, I come back with this sense of huge optimism for our future. Yes, we have some problems. Yes, we have to deal with immigration and energy and healthcare and the issues of war and peace. But if they could do it, I know that we can do it. And we're going to do it together. Thank you very, very much.